All right, here we are, guys. I'm finally putting this together. Super excited to do this for you. I've been meaning to do a walkthrough for a while on DFO or Bust. The game's been out for a few months now, so hopefully everybody's gotten a chance to run through it. And if you haven't, go to knucklesglass.itch.io/DFO, and you can play the game for free on your PC or on your mobile device. It's really cool. It'll pop up a little Game Boy looking user interface, so you can play it on your phone or you can play it on PC all for free. If you go to Knuckles Glass, I've got a link in my bio there, or you can just use the itch link itself. So yeah, let's take a look here. This is the website that hosts the game on its own. If you go down to the bottom, there's a ROM that you can download. So if you want to run this on an emulator or put it on your Steam Deck or something like that, you can download the ROM for free. I wanted to make this for everybody just to kind of enjoy and be able to play it. It's got some directions here and stuff like that. But basically, this was a art project or a game that I made for the Degenerate Flame Off, the DFO glass event. It was in Portland last year and in another spot down in Oregon in 2019. This one was kind of modeled around the 2019 event that we got to go to. But yeah, if you want to get a physical cartridge of the game, there's also a link on my Instagram bio for that. They're about $50, and you can get an actual physical Game Boy cartridge with a box and everything. And yeah, you can play it in your Game Boy Advance, or whatever it is that you want to do. So yeah, I guess let's just jump into it here. I'm going to refresh this page because we had some problems last time. And let's see how it goes. There we are, DFO or Bust intro. One day before DFO. And you wake up late here, of course. Always wake up late for the DFO. Oh man, my head hurts. Last night was lit, but the DFO is tomorrow. I need to crush out some headies before we can go. So now we got two options right off the bat. We can either wake and bake or get to work. Everybody always wake and bakes right before they start their day, or you got to wake and bake the first time you try this game. But if you do wake and bake, it will take all of your inventory and spread it all over the map. So for time's sake, I'm actually going to do the get to work option. And let's see, I know my glasses are around here somewhere. I should find the homie. He has the key to the studio. So it plops you out right in your room here. You can kind of walk around. We got some Pelican cases on the floor and a little bong and some Game Boys up on or a game console up on the desk there. So if you actually go over to the radio, you can play a couple of different songs. I was able to get Grateful Dead, Casey Jones in here. Kind of use that as the theme for the game. Grateful Dead is very well tied to our industry. And then as you move through, it's got all of the tracks that I included in the game. A lot of them are just freeware or royalty-free music that GB Studio actually hosted for us, which is really cool. GB Studio is the engine that I use to actually make the game. But yeah, so if you don't like the music, you can turn it off there for the time being at least. So you can see there's a DFO ticket sitting on our table here. I'm going to pick that up. That's our first inventory item. And we're going to run over to the other side, and there's some glasses on the ground. You found your ditties. So now we got our Didium glasses on, so we are able to blow glass. Let's head out to the street here. Welcome to Shakedown Street. I'm the narrator. Let me tell you about this place. Your homie lives down the block in the penthouse. You can also get supplies from Lampwork and the Quick Stop. Party on, dude. And press select to view your inventory. So let's go ahead and hit select here, and you can see our inventory menu with all of the different items that we're going to find throughout the game. Our first quest there is obviously to find the homie. He's got the key to the studio, and we're going to need that key. So we got $6, it looks like, on our money. If you wake and bake, you actually start out with $0 until you find your homie, and then he's like, yo, I found your wallet last night, and then you get your $6 back. So either option in the beginning, you'll start out with $6. If you click on these items, it'll kind of tell you about them. We've got our Didium glasses for blowing glass. We've got our ticket to the DFO. We've got propane. It uses up one propane item, or one individual propane, every time you blow glass. One propane and one blow tube is what's going to make one heady. So that's kind of how the math works out on that. We've got gold and silver, which if you have this item or you found this item on the map, you only need to find it once and you have it for the rest of the game or whatever. But once you find that item, your headies become worth more money. So instead of $6, they'll actually be worth, I think it's like $8 or $10. And then the 12mm blow tubes, you're also going to need some blow tubes to make headies. We've got some food, cheeseburger, and we've got a heady pipe, man. We got the headies. So, all right, let's go ahead and run around Shakedown Street here and head down to the studio. So you can see the glassblowing studio. The door is locked on that one, so we can't actually get in there. We got to go find the homie. He's got the key. And actually, before we find the homie, let me show you down here next to the house, there is a van. And you need at least 3 headies for the DFO. So that's the van that we're going to take to the DFO towards the end of the game once we get our 3 headies. So it said that our homie is living in the penthouse, so we're going to go to the top floor here, right to floor number 4. And this is the homie's house. And we talked to the homie, he said, I've been looking for you since last night. Let's get to the studio and make some headies. And it'll force you back into the elevator here. You can either go back down, or if you go back into his place, you can run around a little bit. There's nothing in here really. He's got like a VHS tape and some cassettes and stuff like that on the counter. He's obviously super messy. His bed is really dirty, and he's got clothes on the floor. And then if you run into his plants, he says, yo bro, don't touch my plants. Those aren't looking so healthy, bud. And let's see, floor 2 and 3, I was going to make some stuff, some funny memes or whatever. You can go to them, but if you check them out, they're just locked floors. So unfortunately, I didn't get enough time to really add something funny in there. We were trying to get this done before the actual DFO. So yeah, we're back out on the street now. We've got the key to the studio. Let's see if it, yeah. So if you go to your quest list, it says make 3 headies. We found our DFO ticket already, and we found our homie. So the quest list has moved on. Let's go check out the studio here. Welcome to the studio. Please no fish in the microwave, and don't touch anyone else's stuff. Both very good rules for a glassblowing studio. If you walk over to this bench here, it'll actually tell you that's not your torch. Rule number 1, don't touch other people's bench. Use those over there. If you talk to this guy up here, he'll actually teach you how to make some headies, but I already know how to make headies, so we're not going to talk to him. But I do want to talk to this girl. I heard somebody said that gold and silver in the sewer. So yeah, we want to. Oh, I heard someone found a bunch of gold and silver in the sewer. So now that you've talked to her, you can actually access the sewer, and that's the first place that we're actually going to go before we start making any headies or even buy any inventory. So you can see I've got $6 right now. Let's actually go down and buy some blow tubes before we go in the sewer, and I'll tell you why in a second. So we can go over here to the cashier, and it's Amir, of course, who works at the Lampwork studio, who runs Lampwork Glass. Blow tubes are $2 each. So let's go ahead and buy a blow tube here. Here's 1 blow tube. And if you know anything about glass color companies, then you can see down here there is an option for Molten Aura, but as you know, you can't afford that color. So let's buy 1 more blow tube. And that should give us, oops, let's check our inventory here. And we've got 2 blow tubes. All right. And I think this guy's got something funny to say here. Let's talk to him. Did you hear Elon Musk is going to buy North Star and bring back Illuminati? I'm so hyped. Dude, that's so cool. I'm so hyped for that too. All right, so, hey there, spare some change? There are ghosts down there in that sewer. Yeah, I'm not going to give him any change, so let's go down in the sewer. Use B for bong. Here we are, B for bong. He will throw some bongs. Over here there should be a little ghost that pops up, and if you throw a bong at him, he'll disappear. But the first thing I'm actually going to do is jump over to the left, and if you jump up and you press up, it'll actually climb a ladder, and there's a secret $4. And there we are. Got an extra $4, which is pretty sweet. And let's cruise along here and see if we can make it to the end. Oh, there was a glitch there with an invisible ghost. That's awesome. Of course, every time you try to do one of these recordings or something, the game's not going to work proper. But, oh, throw a bong at him. And on the PC, and it's kind of running an emulator on the web browser is what it's doing, and the emulation isn't the greatest. So if you want the best gameplay as far as the physics go, with running around in the basement and stuff, definitely play it on the Game Boy, like the physical cartridge on the Game Boy, because it runs way, way better. Anyway, there's a ladder here where you can find another coin, and if you continue down this road, you'll actually run into a bum, which you can trade food and get your DFO ticket, or trade food and get the gold and silver that I was talking about earlier. So that's where he is. He's up here, and you got to go to the next frame over to get to him. But we don't need to do that, so we're just going to keep rolling because we've already got our DFO ticket. And I will show you where he is once we get down here a little ways. There we are, and another ghost. And when you kill these ghosts, and then if you die and you come back, the ghosts are gone. So it's a little bit easier to get through this. The other issue is if you die, you lose all your money. It takes all your money from you, and you kind of have to start over up top and drop back down and run through it. If you make it out of the sewer without dying, it will repopulate the coins in the sewer. So you can come down to the sewer and just keep collecting money over and over and over again if you want to, once you climb this ladder or make it to the end. And if you look on the left here, you can actually see that bump that I was talking about where you'll trade your food and get your DFO ticket or your gold and silver. So yeah, you use that kind of hidden green ladder at the beginning, and then just run over the top of the pipes to that guy. And let's see if I can get over here. I found a heady. You got to click on this one. It says you found a heady pipe. Toke up. So there's one of our 3 headies that we're going to need. So that makes it a little bit quicker and easier to speed run or beat the game. And you can drop off of that. And oh no! Well, that one didn't work, and it killed me. So that's a bummer. Once again, a couple of glitches on the emulator version, but it's an art project, guys. Don't hold me accountable. It's not like you don't pay like $100 or $60 or whatever for your games and they come out with glitches, you know. So let's see, with no ghosts now, we can kind of speed run through this, but we're not going to have very much money, so we're going to need to get through this and climb up that ladder, and then we will repopulate the coins down here and actually be able to make some headies with that. So I think the next one here should be the ladder. Alright, and let's check our inventory here. Yep, $0. Took all of our money from us. But we've got 1 heady and 2 blowpipes. So I think, let's see, we need $4. We're going to need 2 propane at $2 each. So we need a total of $4. I don't believe that the secret works again. I think it only works once. So we just need to collect, I think it's $2 a coin. And collect a couple coins and make it back to that ladder. And we can go make some headies. There is an exit at the very end of the sewer. If you don't take the ladder, you can just run all the way to the end of the sewer and actually get another coin or 2, if I believe. There's a couple more ghosts down there too, so if you're up for the challenge, you can try to make it. Oh my gosh, okay, I gotta quit talking and try to actually do this. That one's a hard jump. So now that we've collected a few coins and we didn't die, let's see. Oh, I've got $4 and 20 cents. Hee hee. All right, so let's go get some propane and we can make those headies. Here we are in the quick stop. And oh, do we want to sell a heady? No, we do not want to sell our heady. But if you did not want to go in the sewer, what you could do is buy a blow tube and a propane, go make 1 heady, bring it over here, sell it for $6, and you'll have enough money to buy supplies for 3 full headies. So you can beat the game without going in the sewer. And we need propane. And let's hit it one more time. And we're gonna buy 1 more propane. There we are. Go ahead and check our inventory here. And we've got 2 propane and 2 blowpipes, which is perfect. If we talk to this girl, Karen, what are all these wooks doing in my town? They bought up all the beer and whipped cream cartridges. And if you know anything about wooks, whipped cream cartridges are very important to have. So they probably bought them all up. Alright, let's head to the studio. And we're going to head over to this torch here and turn the torch on. And you get a nice, beautiful picture of Don Joe there making a heady. Only a couple more and we can head to DFO. Torch on, we'll make 1 more heady, And 3 should be enough for DFO. Perfect. So we can check our inventory here. And it is checked off. Make 3 headies. All we got to do is take the van to the DFO. Yep. So let's head down here. You can see the homie is down here. Looks like we're ready for DFO. Let's hop in the van and ride out. So go ahead and head to the DFO. And get a nice cool picture of the van headed to DFO there. And here we are. We've finally made it to the DFO. So it drops you off. This is modeled basically after the 2019 event that we went to. It was on a campground. I can't remember exactly what the venue name was, but it was like a campground area. So it was spread out in this really cool circle area. And the first thing that you saw when you walked in was the Boro Derby. I've gotten to compete in the Boro Derby a couple of times. It's super, super fun. We make glass derby cars and run them down the track. The Handmade crew is a super, super good crew. Love those guys. And Marcel is about to pull a coin. Sick. So let's go over here and see what Marcel has to say. And Marcel, hey there, we're just about to fire up Draco, and Draco is their big furnace glory hole there. As you can see that they pull gigantic milliflora coins. If you're not familiar with the Starship or Marcel's work, you gotta go check them out. Super, super cool stuff. The beer, $6 a beer, kind of expensive. No thank you. But yeah. Let's run around DFO a little bit, see what these guys go say. I heard Hamm is over there with a huge ribbon burner. Let's go check that out. So we'll head over here, and sure enough, there's Hamm with his giant ribbon burner that he had at the 2019 DFO. They were pulling these huge, long tubes, making like these whirligig pipes, these like windmill type pipes that they hung from the ceiling. It was pretty sick. So if we talk to Hamm, he's like, "Hold up, dude, we're busy." So we're not going to bother Hamm there. But one thing we can do is talk to these heady kids down here. And want to make a heady trade? Well, of course I do. I'm down, dude. Sick piece, bro. Here's $8. So you can get $8 from these guys instead of 6 at the gas station clerk there. So they've got a good supply. Oh, there's Windstar. I better get to the demo. Yeah, you better, Windstar. Got a demo going on the tent, I suppose. And this nerd over here, I have to pee so bad. Oh, there's a fart coming out of that one. One sec, I dropped my carb cap. Oh, that's gross. We got some more heady kids. And if we head up to the north side here, you can see we've got Snodgrass's booth. And Bob always gives some good advice. Don't wash your hands with your sandwich. Very good advice, Bob. And I wonder if anyone ever found that silver and gold in the sewer. I don't know. And let's see, what's this guy say? Like, come back here. Where are you going? Wow, the headies are so heady. I know. Let's check them out. So this is a gallery over here where the headies are obviously very heady. So I took a bunch of photos of some of the stuff. This is some stuff from the DFO at 2019 DFO, and then some stuff of just glassblowers that I appreciate and admire. We got Skaz there with his giant dragon from the DFO. That was so cool to see in person. Laceface, one of my favorites for sure. Shout out to Buck. Buck Glass has got some cool glass going. Bowman, the homie over in Spokane, got to represent Bowman. Bowman Glass is always crushing. Love the calm stuff. We got Yushin with his remibulator. Hoobs and his shoes, super sick. Bubbles the Butcher, always throwing down some dope stuff. Love seeing his work. Micah Evans, top 3 favorite for me, man. Micah's such a technical glassblower. I believe this piece is actually like in the Smithsonian right now. Something like that. Super crazy. Super, super cool. MNP, got to represent the classics. Swan Glass. Swan's got these filigree recyclers that he does. I absolutely love Swan's work. Shout out to the homie down in Seattle here. And we got some salt stuff. Got to represent salt. Another Skaz dragon there. And yeah, some banjo collabs. We got the Storm and Norman. Another representation from Seattle. Quave, also dope. Tom, man, Walmart Glass. Tom throws down some super sick stuff. Don Joe, super, super homie. Helped me with a lot of this stuff, actually. He was my main beta tester and just kind of main encouragement. He kind of pushed me to get this thing going and get it finished. So thank you, Sean. Thank you, Don Joe. Got a Ryan Fit, got to throw that in there. And we're back around. So yeah, you guys can check this out and spend a little more time looking at the gallery if you wanted to. Up north here, we've got the Snodgrass bus, and it brings you right back around to the beer garden. So that's basically it. That's kind of the quick rundown, and show you guys just kind of what's going on with the pixel art. There's a lot of other little hidden details and stuff like that in there if you want to check it out. But this is basically the end of the game. You can always back out and run around DFO a little more, but nothing will take you back to the Shakedown Street. Unfortunately, I didn't get a full circle game going, but we can run some nice credits for everybody. Super special thanks to Sean and Don Joe. GB Studio is the engine that I used to make this, and yeah, it's a really fun engine. Shout out to all the beta testers that were willing to test some bugs and some gimmicks and stuff like that I had going. I was just trying to push really hard to get this thing put together and not crash every time that I played it. So I'm glad that it's pretty stable now and everybody gets to enjoy it for free or buy a cartridge for themselves. These are all the pre-order Patreons that were able to support me. I wouldn't really be able to release this as a full game without these Patreon supporters, so shout out to these guys for taking a risk and buying an early unseen game from me. I mean, I really appreciate all that. Yeah, that's it. DFO is cool, right? Time to head home and plan out next year. So people have been asking what's next. We're talking about Vegas or Bust. Glass Vegas is another big event that everybody seems to like. So we might put together a Vegas or Bust game. Wait, why are you still here? Got to throw that up there. It's a little Ferris Bueller throwback. But yeah, if you wait long enough, it'll kind of cycle through some funny stuff. But yeah, I appreciate everybody's support. Appreciate everybody loving this game. Definitely go check out my Instagram at Knuckles Glass. Click on the link in my bio and you can play the game for free. You can also pick up a physical cartridge for the Game Boy itself and play that if you'd like. Time to turn this thing off and go blow more glass. Tell Knuckles Glass you won. If you're able to make it to this screen, please send me a screenshot. I've only gotten about 3 or 4 screenshots of this so far, and it's really cool to see people that make it all the way to the end. And let me know how long it took. You know, we're only about, 20 minutes or so here to do something like this, and it's pretty easy when you know where all the ins and outs are, of course. Yeah, I didn't want to make it too complicated of a game. It was just kind of an art project, more about the pixel art and the fun of actually designing this and making it. Again, everything was made on GB Studio. It's an open source engine, free to download. If you Google GB Studio, you'll find all kinds of information on there. I think Chris Maltby is the creator of that one, and yeah, this was all made in GB Studio. It's all drag and drop programming, so you don't need to actually code anything, hard code anything. I've done a little bit of coding with like Arduino, and I've used the Scratch, kids gaming program before. But this is all drag and drop menus, so if you know how to use an if-then statement or the and/or stuff, you can basically make this game. Doing all the pixel art takes a little bit of time. There's some constraints and the parameters that they give you for GB Studio, and the way that the Game Boy actually interprets all the pixel art is pretty defined. So as long as you can play within those parameters, there's all kinds of possibilities with the pixel art itself. And you can see with the glass gallery, I actually just used my Game Boy camera and was able to just take pictures using the Game Boy camera and upload them into the gallery and use that as a little art gallery for the game itself. So there's a lot of options with GB Studio and stuff like that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you like the art. Let me know if you like the mechanics. How is the gameplay? All that stuff. What do you want to see next time? Should we do Vegas or Bust? And yeah, appreciate all the support, guys. Thank you guys so much for playing this. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a little rundown on how I did this and a walkthrough on GB Studio. I can show you guys the game files for the actual game and how this is all laid out and set up in GB Studio. And shoot me some questions if you guys need help with this stuff. I always love talking about it. And yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate it. Much love. Have fun.